that we gather today for a moment of ceremony and recognition. We come from different spiritual and philosophical traditions. We speak in different languages and accents. We experience life differently and therefore arrive at different conclusions. And each one of us came here today to this spot, on this occasion, for different reasons. The founders of our country, women and men of courage and determination, understood that freedom is an inalienable right. That means every soul on this planet deserves to be free for the pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. They do not have to earn it, nor should they have to fight for it. The founders of our country also understood that while freedom is a right, a life free of consequence is not. We do not exist as solitary individuals detached from the well-being of others. We do not tower over other nations, ordering them what they must do and how. Rather, the ideal of the United States is always to be connecting and indeed hardwiring the livelihood of our nation to the welfare of all. In my tradition, the very same that compelled the Puritans to journey across the Atlantic and settle in this new world, Jesus teaches us that our merit is not judged by how often we praise those in power, but how often we feed those who are hungry and clothe those who are naked. He also teaches us that our adversaries are in fact not our enemies. Every conflict and dispute is an opportunity to demonstrate the love of God and the capacity of the human spirit. How else did such a diverse and sometimes divisive group of people pull ourselves together as one commonwealth, one united and uniting people? On this day of memorial, in which we honor the sacrifice of soldiers, the courage of first responders, and the bravery of martyrs, let us remember that we have an obligation not just to those who have died, but to those who still live. We have a sacred responsibility not to attain peace for ourselves, but to struggle until peace is available to all. We have a chance not just to protect our own land, but to strive once again to be a beacon for all. We do not have to wage war against our enemies. We have to prove that there is a better, more gracious, more loving way of being one nation. John Winthrop in 1630, while still on the ship that carried the colonists of the Massachusetts Bay, spoke these words: "For we must consider that we shall be as a city upon a hill. The eyes of all people are upon us, so that if we shall deal falsely with our God in this work we have undertaken, and so cause him to withdraw his present help from us, we shall be made a story and a byword through the world." Beloved, we inherit an awesome weight. We are the descendants of those brave souls who first set out. We are not perfect by any means, and we too will fail and stand in need of forgiveness. But today, on this site, on this occasion, in this town, can we not renew our covenant to one another to be that city on a hill again? Can we not lay down the squabbles that divide us and reach ever higher for the light that casts out all fear and heals all grief?